Hello everyone, I've found some time on a Sunday so I can hopefully walk you through the Everyman cryptic crossword for the Observer that comes out every Sunday. I think it helps that there's no football on this weekend, so I found a little bit more time. So let's get stuck in. Right, one across. Reformists resolved blazing issues. How many letters of reformist got in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm imagining we're going to be anagramming reformists. And it's going to mean blazing issues. So it's going to be a plural word. Might have a look at the intersecting clues to give me a clue. Cross off or delete, removing most. Gonna be Is that gonna be a hidden clue maybe? Are we removing most of what comes between cross off or delete? But what would the definition be in that case? Let's go 2 down. Pram struggling in incline. So I'm guessing struggling is the anagram indicator, and we're going to be anagramming pram, which turns into ramp, which is an incline. Let's go, I don't like the look of that long 3 down, let's go 4 down. Seed money, M&S wasted unwisely with vision restricted. Now for those of you who don't watch the minute cryptic solves that I do, I usually, if I can't see or like the definition or some of the wordplay in a clue, I usually just skip over and then come back. I like to immediately see something and then pass it out later. So that's can't really. I'm guessing the definition is going to be vision restricted rather than seed money, but or will it be the I'm not sure. Let's come back to that one. Let's go 5 down. Let's go 5 down. Everyone with pretentious reference to self rambles vacuously in recollections. So everyman's usually because it's the everyman puzzle. Guessing, the author is known by alias Everyman. It's usually something to be like referring to oneself, like me or I am or I'm, with pretentious reference to self. I'm thinking rambles vacuously. Maybe we're taking the middle out of rambles, like creating a vacuum almost. And the definition is going to be recollection, so I think RS makes sense at the end. Okay, is it memoirs? So every man, as I say, referring to oneself, me, and then with pretentious reference to self, like if you say moi, you're being a bit tongue in cheek, or you say moi, like something pretentious. Someone pretentious would, use a French accent and say moi. And yeah, we're taking the insides out of rambles, and then that's gonna mean recollections. Okay, so what's this? I think I'm gonna go back to 1 across. So it does look like an anagram of reformist because it's got the R and the M in there. Blazing, that's got to do with fire. So we've got the F I RE, so what would that leave? Oh, firestorms, which are blazing issues. Yeah, so we're just anagramming reformers. Nice easy one for one across. Would this be Ford? Ford? Cross off. Or delete. Removing most. Why would Ford be the answer there? Maybe I'm... Is it a hidden clue? Let's leave it as Ford for now, see if the R works here. Humble representative, cycling. Do I ring a bell? Well, with the letters there, I'm guessing it's remember me. As in, do I ring a bell? Remember me? Humble representative. Trying to... Because rep is like a shortened for representative, and cycling, I'm guessing, is anagram. Okay, so member must be representative. And humble? I'm not actually sure how to pass that one. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's got to be remember me. Right, let's go 3 down. Miss capable flourishing, very straightforward. So the flourishing looks like an anagram indicator, and so we're going to anagram Miss capable, which would be simple as ABC, which means very straightforward. Straightforward clue as well. Okay, 11 across. Tries to win at tag, mostly stands around yard and thinks on one's feet. It's quite a long one. 4 different words. So I'm thinking, let's get some of the intersecting clues first. Let's go 4 down. Seed money, M&S wasted unwisely with vision restricted. Okay, I think this must be one-eyed. If you're one-eyed, you will have your vision restricted. So, yeah, we're anagramming seed money. The anagram indicator is wasted. So, no, wait, sorry, unwisely is the anagram indicator. But we're having seed money with the M and S wasted. So we're basically taking the M and S away from seed and money, and then we're anagramming the rest of it, which will give us one-eyed. Okay. Let's go back to this one, because that Y in there tries to win at tag, mostly stands around yard, and thinks on one's feet. Thinks on one's feet, I'd think that would be plays it by ear? Tries to win at tag. Mostly stands around. Okay, are we having a short for yard? Is it like a double definition? Tries to win at tag, mostly stands around yard and thinks on one's feet. So tries to win would be plays at tag. Mostly. Not sure how to pass that one. Let's make sure that's actually correct. Plays it by ear. Let's start getting some of these up here. One wading regularly in bliss. Now, regularly suggest we're going to take every other word from. Is it one weighting? Or is one like a stand in for I? Because every other letter in like weighting, W, D, N, no, A, I, G, I don't think there's any word. Bliss. I think it's something like Eden or like Haven or something like that. Let's come back. 10 across. What's originally displaying big Azerbaijani Kanate urbanity? It's a mouthful. I think originally is probably the first letter, sorry, of each word. So Baku, Baku. Isn't that the capital of Azerbaijan? Probably. Right, let's go 7 down. Labour's account of why dam construction incomplete. So Labour's account is account a homophone indicator? Is it going to sound like that? Yeah, the homophone ones I usually try and get a few more letters for. Let's go 12 down because we haven't yet clarified 11 across. Leader of Blasted UK on safari touring African country. So leader of Blasted, that I'm guessing the B. Okay. African country. Burkina. Is it Burkina? No, Burkina Faso. So we've got leader of Blasted. So there's the B. UK. So it's UK on safari. So it's all of that touring, as in like we're gonna anagram it. If you tour something, you go around, I guess. So we're anagramming UK on safari and putting that after the leader of Blasted, which is a B, and we get African country, Burkina Faso. I think the 7 and 4 gave that away. It is Burkina Faso, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Right, so that works with the B there. Scorn South African racism, wanting independence and reform. Oh, guessing the reform's probably anagram indicator. So South African would be SA. Okay, racism wanting independence. So independence, we're just going to substitute as that I, and racism will be wanting the I, as in like let's get rid of it, and then we're left with RACSM, which makes sarcasm, which another word for scorn. Okay, let's go here. What some shreddies and cheese slices will give you. Okay, there's going to be some funny business going on here. Something a bit tongue-in-cheek, I'm guessing. Is that square meal? I guess they're both square-shaped foods. Yeah, I think it's square meal. Let's double check this. Oh, okay, I was right in that we're taking every other letter, but got it from the wrong set of words. It's actually in bliss. So we got IBIS, which is an ibis, which is a wading bird, which will be one wading. Labour's account of why dam construction incomplete. Labour's account. That's not going to be anything to do with Blair, is it? Like, as in Tony Blair, but if you say Blair out loud, it could be BLAR. But a dam would suggest like beavers. A beaver would also fit in there. Beaver. I'm thinking it's beaver something. Like beaver AWOL? Beaver. Oh, so it's beaver away. Which I guess if you beaver away, you're working at something. You're labouring. I think that's what we're going for there, and that's what. Yeah. So, and that would be like why a dam hasn't completed construction because the beaver is away. Okay. 19 across. The greatest pudding, one from Arabia. That's a bit of a legend. I'm guessing with the 3 and the 4, it's going to be Ali Baba, like a legend. One from Arabia, that's a bit. Okay. How does that. The greatest pudding. The greatest is Ali, as in Muhammad Ali. Pudding, a Baba type of pudding. And that is one from Arabia. That's a bit of a legend. Ali Baba was from Arabia and is a bit of a legend. Okay. 19 down. Hair product with a nice short casing. Sweet. I'm thinking like a hair product would be gel. It's not like aloe vera, is it, with that A? Let's come back to that one. Let's do 20 across. Changes approach and whips kit. Is changes or whips an anagram indicator? Approach, maybe near. If you approach something, you're near it. Kit could be gear, which would also. Because I said gel for that, didn't I? Let's put gel there. See if we can. With. Okay, so sweet would be angelic. So we've got gel, the hair product, and it's got a. Okay, so we're taking the A, the N, the I, and the C from A nice. It's just a bit short, so we're taking off the E, and that's casing the hair product, the gel, to get angelic. So I'm guessing this is gear. Sorry, had to make a cut there. But I'm back, so we're at 20 across. Changes approach and whips kit. So kit is the gear. I guess you switch gear, switches gear. So a whip, a cane or a switch. So whips, switches, kit is gear, and switches gear is a novel way of saying change approach, changes approach. If you're switching gears, you change approach. Okay, 17 across. He's a bit of a nag. Not sure about that one. Yeah. No, I'll come back to that one. 18 down. How the Cockney oarsman got this to doe-eyed creature. So usually when they have like a Cockney, that's like you're gonna be dropping a H or maybe the first syllable or letter of a word. Like instead of home, it would be like ohm. Um, Dull-eyed creature, so that's got to be like a deer, I'm guessing. Deer wouldn't fit at the beginning. Would it fit at the 4? Let's try and get 26 across, see. I'm surprised to have exhausted lady in elegant fashion. 10 letters. I'm surprised to have exhausted lady in elegant fashion. Not seeing that one at the moment. Let's go 24 across. Justly deserved, like some oil. 4 letters and then 6 letters. Not sure about that one either. Maybe a double definition. Oh, there's some funny business going on with that question mark. Let's try and get 21 and 22 down. That might help. Uncapped perk. That's a liability. Uncapped perk. Are we uncapping something like taking the first letter off? Something, but uncapping perk would leave ERK, which isn't a word, and not enough letters anyway. That's a liability. Maybe we got the A from just that's A, and then another word for liability. Could be a double definition. We're not doing well in this bottom corner, are we? Victorian greeting, ultimately relaxed, welcoming, carefree, the reverse. That's a lot of letters there. Victorian greeting. Would that be like hello or something? Victorian greeting. And the reverse. Are we reversing something? Yeah, I think the best bet is probably to get 18 down because that corner there is oh I'm struggling with this one as well, so let's try and get 14 down, I guess. Local official, also therapist, we're told. I'm guessing we're told is a homophone indicator. Is the definition local? Or local official? Let's try and get some crosses. Slippery types rest up for the most part. Okay, this is what I like, something easy. So, right, so we've got sleep, which is another word for rest, and we're using that up as like a reversal indicator. And for the most part, as in like we're taking most of the letters of sleep except the last one, the P, and then we're reversing them and we get eels, which are slippery types. So that's a nice easy one, and it's all the other ones. Is that like, I can't remember what that, is it a caret or is it a circumflex or that's above the O there? Does that mean anything? Or is it just a double definition? Like, because I guess part means if you leave somewhere, you park somewhere, and a roll, if we're just taking that as just normal roll, as in like a role in a play, it's a part. Let's try that. What's this? Bad son, perhaps. That may get you sacked thrice. It's not going to be sleep again because we have that with 23 across. Maybe sweep if we're talking about like something that happens 3 times thrice. Like a clean sweep? Why would that be bad son? Sorry, I had to make another cut there. But it did give me time to think. Like bad son, maybe black sheep? Because I mean the second 5 letters could only be like, yeah, like sleep or sweep or sheep. May get you sacked thrice. Has that got anything to do with like the nursery rhyme, like blah blah black sheep? Perhaps. I don't know, but I'm guessing it's black sheep. Let's go 15 across. Sign sailors Dutch, tight-fitting clothing. Okay, so that's a leotard. So the sign is Leo, like the astrological sign, and then a sailor is a tar, and Dutch we are just substituting for D. And I put those all together, you get leotard, which is tight-fitting clothing. So I'm guessing that is black sheep. Let's go 17 across to double check. He's a bit of a nag. It's not complain. Or complainer. Bit of a nag. It's 14 down. Local official, also therapists were told. I'm guessing that's like going to be an E or O. What's another word for an official or a therapist, like a quack or something like that. And then we're maybe going to find a homophone for synonyms of those. Local official. Or also as in two? Like TOO? Local official. I want to go back to 18 down. Cockney oarsman. So another word for an oarsman. I'm going to be like dropping a H or something like that. Like a cox or a swain or a row? Is it rowbook? That's the deer? So a rowbook. Could you substitute that as oarsman? Got to this doe-eyed creature. Or is it literally roe deer? Or are we saying like road as in... so the ear is like here, Here. We're dropping the H from that. Okay. How did the oarsman get here? He rode here, so... And then, yeah, we're dropping the H there, so... That's okay. That's okay. Right. He's a bit of a nag. Is that a centaur? Yeah, because a nag, I think, is like something that's like half animal, like half like human. I think that might be it. A centaur. Let's have a look at this. Oh, so that's like a counselor, but it's a instead of like counselor spelled Counselor as a therapist, they're actually a counsellor, which is a local official. So centaur seems to work there. So we'll go with that. Let's go back to 24 across. Justly deserved, like some oil. So oil, maybe it's well. Like some oil. Well managed, well deserved, well justly deserved, like well earned. Well earned, maybe. I guess if you get in oil from a well, I guess that works. Yeah, well earned. Let's go with that and see if we can get 21 and 22 down. Uncapped perk, that's a liability. And maybe perk is something that's like 5 letters, and when we're taking the first letter of that, what's a synonym for perk? Like an asset, like a bonus? Okay, yeah. So, bonus is another word for perk. We're uncapping that, i.e., taking the top off it, the cap off it, and then we're getting onus. And if you have an onus to do something, or it's basically your liability, you're liable to do that. So that works. 22 down. Victorian greeting, ultimately relaxed. So we're getting rid of the end of a greeting that you'd say in Victorian times. As in, like, if it was like aloe, you'd take off the O and stuff like that. But welcoming, carefree, the reverse. Okay, so is the reverse, we're reversing it so we get something that isn't carefree, or something that is carefree, like a Jew, but then you take off the, what's that, U? Let's try and get this 26 across. I'm surprised to have exhausted lady in elegant fashion. I'm surprised, like maybe gracious me, but it's one gracious. Is it graciously? I'm surprised, which would be gracious. Maybe it's just gracious to have exhausted lady. So we just taking the middle out of lady. and then sticking that on the end of gracious, and then we get graciously. It's another way of saying in elegant fashion. So I'm guessing that's Victorian as in like Victoria, Australia, not of like Victorian era times in like Britain. So we've got good day. So ultimately relaxed, welcoming, carefree. How are we passing that one? Hmm. Okay, so we've got carefree, which you could say, like, is it another word for carefree, like happy is gay. And then you've got the ultimate letter of relaxed, which is the D. So we've got carefree, another word for that, gay, which is welcoming, basically inserting the last letter of relaxed to get good day. Right, I think I'm pretty confident with that, so we'll leave it there. If I got anything wrong, please let me know. Which one was it? Yeah, I think it was 11 across, which I'm not exactly sure how to pass. Maybe I'll hit up the forums like, what is it, like 18 squared or something like that, maybe next week when the answers land. But yeah, I think I think it was 11 across and 12, sorry, 13 down, which I couldn't pass. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Um, Thank you for watching. Hopefully do this again next week. Apologies for the long time, but first time doing it with